we should ask whatever our belief system is, that we not be indifferent. We must not allow war. We must take on leadership that causes peace to happen. Albert Einstein said he hated war, that it was based on hate and greed. I think veterans from all of the world wars come back with that same statement. It is governments that decree war, mostly to show their power over other nations. One-upmanship. Who's got the most marbles at the end of the game? They convince citizens there's a good reason for their young men and women to take up lethal weapons and go to war. But the reality of war is that while the young people line up and kill each other, the powers who send them there are safe in their silos, making plans for more destruction. Albert Einstein also said that there were ways to settle conflict other than going to war. It's a shame that nations haven't figured this out after generations of waging wars that solve nothing. Think of Vietnam, Iran, Afghanistan, or look back at the powerful civilizations that rose and fell because of conflict, war, violence, and abuse, of course, of the smallest people on the totem pole of the world, the citizens, the young people who are sacrificed on those altars of violence and destruction of land. The resulting genocide of billions of people is a grievous loss of humanity that can never be replaced. And we are still in the middle of this fate. Each year we gather to promote the United Nations International Day of Peace. Each year we pray for peace. Each year we hold our breaths, waiting for reason and compassion to take precedence over hate, genocide, and the poisoning of the earth. I want us to take a moment now of silence for all of those people all over the world who died without cause, that are the sacrifice on this altar of Moloch, this beast of war, that takes away the lives of children, the rape of women, deforestation of the land. Let us insist, let us demand that we shall have this strange dream of ours come to fruition. We already work for peace in our homes, in our cities, in our lands, but sometimes the work is too hard. There are ears that don't listen. There are military lobbies who convince our governments to buy arms and to go out into the lands that don't belong to them and cause the most devastation that they could possibly create in a world. Through the United Nations, that has always stood for peace, through our families, through our churches, our civil organizations, we have to actively protest and speak out for peace. And so let it be. Netta, will you come forward for our closing remarks?
Thank you, my dear Audrey. We probably should have put the closing remarks after the songs, but we can always, if anybody else has anything more to say. I just want to say this is brilliant. We were here a year ago exactly, and it was a sunny, beautiful day, and we were all here. I'm just thanking you and saying if you want to renew your memberships, perhaps become a member of the Interfaith Center, buy our beautiful 2022 multi-faith calendar that has a huge amount of information, major and minor feasts, about 13 different faiths, all original Canadian artwork. And I want to make a political plug after our election yesterday, which apparently cost $600 million to do nothing, to change nothing. And I want to work, and I re-pledge myself to work for an anti-war government, and a country that does not sell arms. And I'm just appalled to thinking what that money could have done. So, re-pledge myself to that, and thank you for coming.